So we get to Baldur's Gate. We find that Annette's mother's house is burnt down, and the fucking rubble has the mob, basically
As
the
you guys,
mob's logo
yeah,
on it. We're
as
gonna
you
go.
guys,
Did we decide landing at the shadiest fucking bar is a good idea? Is that what we
yep,
landed on?
yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
I
Let's
like
go to
it.
the dirtiest like fucking
Like I told Austin, I
like in
want to do some
Deadpool.
80s cop busting skulls. Where are the flaming fists?
Like
That sounds fun.
we're going to the place Deadpool hangs out at.
Yes.
The closest equivalent you have to that.
So when you were still living there, like you never went to like the Sea Tower district
Sure.
because it was just kind of slummy and like because the sewers over there. If you look over here, we got
Right.
the Syrinscape. Or is that sewer? I don't know.
It's
But like
it's the rough part of town.
this is not. Yeah, this is
It's the
not.
wrong
This is
side of the tracks, as they say.
fantastic. Um, so as you guys are making your way downtown, walking
Walking
fast,
fast. Yeah.
all the faces are going past.
Right.
As you guys get by Bloombridge,
Nailed
by
it.
the way, you guys see a temple for Baal. Like in sort of like the religious, like there's you walk past a lot of different like temples and stuff, and you see a temple. It looks empty, but it's definitely to Baal.
There's
But
a
you guys,
fucking murder god temple in the middle of this town.
Do we
Yep.
see that? Annette,
you guys see it. It looks empty.
do you see that? Should we check it out?
I would like to, but not right now. We'll put that on the back burner for the time being.
If it's empty, that could be a way to just send a message.
By burning it.
Burn it to the ground.
we don't and then it's burnt down. We possibly face charges. And we can't even leave some sort of calling card. No one knows us. I mean, we can't exactly put a flaming fist logo on it. No one's going to give a damn because they're not going to.
I like to think that you guys like stopped at like a newspaper stand or something, and like looking at the news and like mumbling to yourself across the street.
We're pretending to read,
Temple of Death God.
but it's like that's fucking weird. That there's a because like everything and granted, I know we're not playing super strict canon, but like they're fucking
no,
like
it's
they're
no,
it's
no,
a
it's there.
it's a fucking god,
Yeah.
and its supporters do ritualistic murder.
Yeah,
Like-
even shrines devoted to the worship of evil powers such as Bane and Baal were tolerated by the city's Flaming Fist and City Town Watch.
Okay, well,
So it is. It is.
we're gonna make note of that, and we're gonna come back to that. We'll get the cross street it's on, and we'll come back.
I mean,
Is-
I understand we could face charges, but we could also not face charges because they probably want it gone.
But
guard at
but it's
least.
not like the police run the town.
Exactly, and we're trying to draw out the people that do.
That's a good point. I mean,
So it won't get the if it gets the guards here, and we get them to just shut up about it, it'll get the flaming fist here.
well, I think we ought to check it out, and if it's
But
empty,
yeah, that's
then
what I'm
we
saying.
can-
Check it out. If
we
we see a
can-
red sash, we fucking kill them.
we can burn it down, and then is there
Just wait.
Let's just say, Austin,
Boast about it.
hypothetically, that we fucking burn this down. Is there going to be collateral damage, of neighboring buildings? I assume so. This city is pretty densely packed, but
Yes, this is not like.
But I feel like
kind of,
I
this
feel
is
like
not a
businesses
cathedral.
nearby would probably be empty.
This is not some type of like cathedral or something.
right.
It's its own sort of separate building, but there are other buildings like right next to it. They're all like have the same kind of like facade, like the downtown facade thing, and they're all kind of like stacked kind of next to each other. This one is just a little bit apart, but like if you just burnt it down, then the two sides of it would definitely burn down.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
a
on
problem.
either side, like one's like just they just look like fucking businesses. Like
Is
It
it
would spread.
Is it
Okay.
a pawn store and a liquor store right next to it,
Yeah, like
and
it's
a gun store.
leather shop. Yeah, leather
Yeah.
shop and just like whatever. It's just like it's a regular and
Yeah, if it was, if yeah,
like
We
when you
can
go down
still damage it.
right.
when you go down like Main Street, either it's like the First Baptist Church, the Second Baptist Church,
We
or
could
white or
just
black.
take a. I could just take a
There's
shit
different like
on the
on
front
the
Like,
doorstep.
strip. There's just
Tux
different
can take
churches.
a fucking greatsword to the
You
damn
guys have
building.
seen churches to every major religion, even apparently some of the evil ones. So it just seems like it seems it's been there for a while. It looks like it's pretty old,
Yeah.
but
Kind of
um,
got a vendetta against Balians right now.
it's kind of a
Yeah.
wooden structure. It's got some stone facade on front. They don't see any windows, but there is no door. It's candlelit on the inside. You just see, and it doesn't have like a temple to Baal or the death god or whatever. It just has this symbol in the front, like kind of like on a old piece of wood hanging from the front, and it's just got the symbol.
Right.
That's all you guys can see from outside.
Okay. Um, I do want to do this, but I think our best bet is to still go to this fuck. Like she's not concerned with the fucking Balians at the moment.
Okay.
She's
I
just
mean,
she's
I
just
get that.
not. Like
He just feels like the Balians also could be connected to them.
they
So,
could, but
yeah.
we don't have any information one way or the other.
Yeah. Not
So
enough, at least.
right. So I say we go there. We go to the shit. There. By the way, their symbol is a skull surrounded by a ring of blood droplets. Um,
Nice.
yeah. I mean that's pretty murdery. Yeah. Let's go to this shady fucking bar. The shadiest of shady.
All right, you guys get down to Sea
Bartender
Tower,
better have one
close
lip.
to the dock over here in this part of town, and it's just something fishy bar is what it's called.
Nice.
Um, and
Sounds like a shitty whorehouse too.
you guys you guys can smell just like kind of like
Why would
The
that be
horse.
true in that?
You can smell the horse. Don't
How
worry
do you
about.
smell them?
you can smell what smells
I'm
like
confused.
sex and just like just like human sweat.
Does sex have a sense of smell? Is that fucking part
I
of
mean,
Warforged? Like, it wouldn't surprise me if it.
Yes, but I don't feel like he would understand feminine
No,
crotch
I
smell.
understand that part, but I'm seriously asking, like, do Warforged
I don't know.
have a
I
sense
don't
of
think
smell?
so. It doesn't say, but I don't think he would.
do you have a sense of smell?
That's what we're
It does
wondering.
not say. It does
Well,
not
do you
say.
want your character to have a sense of smell?
I don't.
You can
know.
make that
I'm
decision on your
googling
own.
it. The Warforged.
I give you that
Okay,
power.
the Warforged. The first Google thing. It's not from anything official. It says they have the same 5 senses, so you can smell.
Okay, then I would go with that. If they have the same 5 senses, it's to make them equivalent to other characters.
Right.
But,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
so you don't lose out on perception checks involving smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Okay. So we are.
So
Yeah.
you guys just basically before you guys walk in, you definitely get some of that human smell coming from somewhere in the area. You smell just nasty like this fish smell, which isn't fantastic.
Mhm.
And as you walk in, it's very dusty and dirty, except for like where people walk, and then the tables aren't dusty, but they're dirty and worn. And then there's just candle lights everywhere, and there's this like plump fat woman. She's got a scar on her cheek, and she's got a pimple on her nose. And as you guys, would you want to sit at the table or go to the bar?
I'm gonna go to the bartender.
All right, so you guys walk. When you walk in, you guys there's like 10 tables around. There's 3 of them that have like a couple people sitting at it. The bar has like 20 stools. There's like 6 people there. Each of these individuals, every single one of them looks like they've been there for at least overnight. Like they're just still there. It's still kind of the morningish, and they just haven't gone anywhere yet.
Okay. They said,
And the bartender is you don't see the bartender. Like there's
okay.
no one behind the bar really.
Is anybody running like a game, like a card game? Anybody playing cards?
Yes, there
Okay.
is someone playing cards. One of the tables, it's just one guy. He's just sitting down by himself. He's got some cards out, and he's just sort of like shuffling and just like playing with some cards.
Okay. Um, she goes up to him and she says, "Hey, you fancy a high stakes game?"
Well, hey there, lady. Ah, do I fancy a high stakes game?
It won't cost you any money.
Not real. Oh, well, I mean, if it's high stakes and it's not gonna cost me any money, I mean, I
You
well,
could
sure.
win. You could win money, but not lose
Well,
money.
all right. Well, it's actually just a pleasure to be with someone as pretty and clean as you are. Meaning, no
It's
offense there, lady.
Thank you for the compliment, but I promise you it will get you nowhere. Here's my terms.
Well, that's not why I said it, but okay. And he
Okay,
takes
well,
a sip.
sure. Um, she is there any kind of wait staff or anything? Like anybody?
As you guys
I want to buy this guy a drink.
as you guys sit down, you see this big plump barmaid with a scar and a wart on her nose. She kind of comes bustling out, carrying a tray of beers and stuff, and like basically puts one down in front of everybody, and then walks back into the and it, at what all walks back into the kitchen area, but then stops right as she's about to get in there, and then she kind of does this like double take, looking at you like she walked right past you
I'd
guys.
like to roll an insight check just on the behavior of the staff in this bar. Like, is this common for this area?
Here, give me a roll, man.
Not great. 6 on the die.
Don't you have
That's
advantage?
oh,
on
I
this
have
shit?
advantage on those. Yes, I do. 14.
It seems like she picked up everyone's empty ones and put one down in front of them. This seems like she's kind of been doing this all night, and she's just.
Did she give us beers though?
She didn't. So she didn't even see you guys.
So she
It
didn't
wasn't-
come to our table. She came to someone
skipped.
else's
She
table.
skipped
Okay.
this guy. As she was walking back into the kitchen, she kind of stopped and then like turned around and then like did a double take on you guys, and then she walks back and she sees Annette, a fit, handsome young lady, next to this big fucking bear of a dude, like literally. Oh, how can I help y'all?
She gives this lady a gold piece, which is I believe we did the math was like $110.
She
And
immediately bites it,
and she
and
says she says she says just put this on the tab for the house. I'm going to need friends, as you say. Um, how many people are in this place right now? If you just give me a guess.
8, 12, 14 people.
Okay, she gives her a total of 5 gold pieces.
Jesus.
She says and then she stands up and she says there's 5 gold. She says sorry friend, I got a better idea. She says there's 5 gold pieces, and she keeps it. She doesn't give it to the barmaid. I've changed my mind. She goes, I've got 5 gold pieces to do with whatever you please, for anyone who's got the balls to tell me what I want to know about the Flaming Fist.
No
And
one says.
it's not like intimidating. It's just it's like more
Give me a
challenging.
persuasion check.
Okay.
Like, I mean, let's see
Yeah,
if
no,
maybe
that's
Net's
that's
something
super
more
fair.
persuasive than you do. Maybe she's more persuasive than you are.
Tux is gonna up the
22.
ante.
So I just go ahead. So she says that people are still looking. Tux, what do you do?
Tux is gonna say make it 5 platinum, and he's gonna lay down 5 platinum pieces.
We would
Oof.
like to motivate you, motherfuckers.
Right.
That's like 5 Gs.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
Go
I'm trying to
ahead.
give her like a bonus
No,
or
no,
advantage on the roll or something.
no, yeah, well, I rolled a 22, but I would think
Oh,
that would be
that's great. Yeah,
its own fucking motivation right there.
All right, so um,
that's 500 gold basically.
people turned around and kind of like went back to their drinks when you talked in that. Two of the guys are still looking at you though. Whether they're looking at you or your gold, you're not too sure.
But
Uh,
it's enough to notice that
they're noticing either you or your gold. It's hard to tell.
okay.
But when Tux, I like this idea where he kind of reads the room, and then he's like, and then he stands up and he's like, 5 platinum for
Hmm.
anyone who says anything, and
It's a
he
good idea.
says it like almost like a monotone, but kind of like a,
Right.
how about this motherfucker?
Right.
And when you say that,
Yeah.
um, the barmaid leaves the room, and the guy you guys were just sitting with also stands up, and almost everyone gets up and leaves the fucking bar, except for one guy.
Cool.
This guy you didn't see. He was over in the corner, and he was almost invisible unless you did a very high perception
His
check.
name is Strider. Or she's gonna go up to this guy, and she's going to say,
Hold on,
"Oh,
don't get,
okay.
hold on, shit."
You've motivated me." She's angry.
He's sitting there. There's no candle. He has like he's drinking from his own flask. He's sitting back there, and he's looking. He looks like his clothes are made of traveling leathers,
Hmm.
and he looks pretty comfortable. And he also looks pretty clean. He's a dude, human, better than average build. This dude looks like he probably works out for fun, but not like brawny.
Right.
Anyways, and he looks at you guys and he says, "Well, that's certainly an interesting way to clear out a room.
She
Why don't
says
you come here and have a seat for a few
sh-
minutes?"
she walks up. She doesn't sit down. She goes, "So I'm going to guess, since everyone else skedaddled, that you are the one with the balls."
Um, I'm either lucky or I'm stupid, lady. I don't know which one yet. I haven't found out, but I'm still here.
Well,
But
we've seen our share of shit too, and we're still here. Mm,
well,
What?
fair enough.
I'm not lucky. I'm just big.
He's he doesn't
He,
have to be lucky. He's just good.
he
Ooh.
looks at you and he's looking up and then he stops and then he kind of like cracks his neck and then he can look up all the way to see because you're standing and he's sitting and you're fucking
Um,
giant.
He's like 6'5".
So
she's not gonna sit down. She's like, "What do you know? Time is a bit of a pressing matter. Not to be rude, but yes, it's the time crunch."
well, you good as set a flag for yourself as to where or what you're looking for. I'm sure the fist will hear about it pretty soon with that kind of money. Them being mercenaries, more or less, they are motivated by money for sure. Uh, I'll probably skedaddle myself, but I'll tell you, if you're interested in meeting the Flaming Fist, all you got to do is go right over there to that table, pick one of those empty or one of those mugs of ale that hadn't been drank yet, and sit down. And a representative will probably be here soon.
She Annette just goes, "Representative." Um, but she says, "Okay." Um,
I've been there.
she says, she says, she says, "Tux, hang on to your money," and she'll give the dude 5 platinum. I'll put
Okay.
I'll take it out of my stash.
well, I'm never
I
one.
mean, I was open to give it mine. I mean,
No, I know.
Um,
The offer is
I don't,
appreciated.
I don't mean to come between y'all two, but you could each give me 5 platinum if you really wanted to.
Well,
I could
That being,
also rip your throat out.
yes, we're not
that
really
being
sure that the information you've given us will work, so don't press your luck, friend.
That being said, we do have a few more moments. As I said, they will be here momentarily on their own to find who that amount of money. It's always good to have a friend, and the fist is a good friend to have. So if you go to them with some money or go with them for some information, well, that's how you make friends around here. Myself, I I I like to keep my information and my knowledge safe right here. But maybe, perhaps, if you had any other questions, or might I inquire as to why you're interested in meeting the Flaming Fist in the first place?
You said we were
Can
here to make
hang
friends.
on, John. Let's do
Okay.
this. Can we make insight checks on this dude and try and get
Yes.
any sense on whether or not he either I kind of just want to get the sense if he actually is with them at all. Like that's what I'm looking for.
Sure.
Yeah. It kind of feels like he is.
Oh, I failed
Uh,
horribly.
22.
There you go. You did roll twice, yes.
Yes.
And that you're
I
somewhat
remembered
charmed
it
by
that
this
time.
guy, maybe, and you don't get a read
Yeah, I'm
either
not.
way.
I got nothing.
Tux, when you look at this dude, you get this sense in your heart of hearts. I don't know if you have one or not, that this dude is just lying through his fucking teeth, and you doubt he even
Is
would.
he still like holding the platinum in his hand at this point?
Uh, sure.
Tux
Yeah,
is gonna just grab his hand and squeeze it and says, "If you want to keep your money, you might want to be honest with us. If you'd like me to make a strength check, I will."
I do want a strength check. I like strength check.
Okay, so if you want a strength check, he's gonna use bonus action and get real big, and he's gonna take advantage on that strength check, and he's gonna get fucking huge in front of this guy, and
We're
that's
gonna.
a 20 total as he squeezes his hand.
All right. So
You want to be honest with me.
how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna let you use up to that amount of strength. I would say probably like 20 would probably break his hand. Obviously, you don't have to do that. I'm just saying that's how much you have available.
It depends on how quickly he's honest.
So for now, you're pretty much holding and
It's
like squeezing
yeah.
it hard.
It's
Kind of
like
like
it's like he rolled pretty well, so he's in control of it. If he had rolled
Yeah.
shitty, he might have just instantly broke his hand on accident.
Yeah,
that's
like
kind of
that.
how I like to do it too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I was thinking of it.
That's
I wanted to
pretty
give you
good.
that. So
and his hand's full of metal too at this point, so that's gonna hurt more.
he goes, "Ugh, it seems I might have underestimated who I was dealing with, and for that I apologize. Not many around here know how to know what 2 plus 2 even equals. If you
4.
indeed, well taunted, my friend. If you would release my hand, I would be happy to give you your money back."
So you have no information.
I know enough information to help. No, they probably won't come here. Those all fuckers, none of them know shit. I know where I've helped them out before a few times with a few things, and I can take you to where sometimes some of their guys hang out. If you would just not, curse my name.
Insight.
Yeah. not.
That's a 25.
I'm not gonna roll. I've already failed my insight on this dude. He's got me bluffed.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, he's telling the truth this time. You get the sense that he's not looking away. He's not blinking. Like he's more worried about his fucking hand right now.
Tux is gonna get small. He's gonna squeeze it a little more, turn it, and basically let his hand go as the money falls back into his hand. He's going to hand it back to Annette. If you come through, we might give you something. No more lies, or you die.
Well, that certainly simplifies the equation. He takes you guys out, and he takes you over to a place that's kind of way off the beaten path over here. And you guys see some guys that are like, they definitely have like the khaki pants, black polo look, right? They're not wearing a uniform, but they're all dressed pretty much the same.
Sure.
And he says, "There's 3 of them right over there," and he's pointing to. He kind of nods to a table. But I would appreciate that coin, because I'm gonna get the fuck out of town now. But if they know I'm
Hunter, stay here. We'll go talk to them. When we are, if we give you the signal, give him his gold and let him go. He gets 5.
That's pretty good. That's a good way to put Maz in sleep mode. Yeah, so we'll do that. I'll give the I'll provide the funds for Hunter.
Yeah,
and,
5 gold. He
yeah,
doesn't get platinum.
Yeah,
this piece of shit.
He sucked. So yeah, we're gonna go up to him. And they just all look like they're equals, fairly. Like nobody stands out as.
Yeah, no one stands out.
Okay. I'm trying. I think at this point, after she realized that dude got the best of her, because she's not used to getting bluffed, right? She kind of like takes a breath, and she says, "Hello. Are they all? Are they all males?"
Yeah, they're all. 2 of them are males. One of them looks like a half elf male.
Okay.
They're drinking what looks like nice. Like, this is a much finer establishment, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's clean. Everything looks like what you kind of would expect.
More like the Continental in John Wick.
Yeah, they're all drinking out of nice glassware, and one of them like has a glass of wine, and it's like an actual wine glass, and they've got some like snacks and stuff on the center, and they're just sort of chilling.
She as she walks up, she's gonna catch the eye of a server, and kind of like gesture, bring them around. And like that points.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Points at herself.
This waiter knows exactly what you mean. Like you eye to them, you just do a round, and she just like kind of does a head nod and walks back.
"Hello, gentlemen. You will have another round of drinks coming, courtesy of yours truly. I'm just looking for a bit of information."
Well, hello, madam. Tux, where are you right now?
Tux is with her.
Yeah.
Like, are you standing behind her, hulking, looking massive?
Right next to her.
Yeah.
Shoulder
can he really big. Look any other way? like,
yeah, no.
It's not like he can flash puppy dog eyes. Like,
he's not Hulk like super big anymore. But I can do that 3 more times. So
but
if he needs to, he will be.
He's just as imposing as his visage is. She says,
or 1, 2.
I'm looking for a bit of information. I am a bit of a all right, let's just say I do work for people who need it. There was a house that was let's say it was tampered with, and she kind of like chuckles. Over how many days ago was it, Austin? A couple weeks, you said?
Couple weeks.
Okay.
3 weeks.
She says there was a house over in the Brampton area that was
Oh no, not 3 weeks. Like 3 or 4 days. Like it was pretty recent. I was expecting you guys to do a perception check on shit, and I was going to tell you it was a few days.
Oh, okay.
Because
Godfrey just sucked. Um,
Yeah,
he didn't know
I
much. He's bad at keeping time. Okay, so she says,
can't
there was a house a few days ago that was, I guess you could say, tampered with, and it was just a very admirable of how efficiently it was done, and it's a skill set I would love to add to my own arsenal. Do you have any idea what fine artisan did such great work?
one of them looks over at you. Well, that's a funny way to greet a guy, but nice to meet you too. And he holds his drink up to Tux like, we don't
Tux
do,
does not move.
we don't. Oh, he did.
That's
He did it. It was definitely an absent-minded gesture, mostly just politeness.
like a
Yeah.
We
cowboy
don't.
No, no, for
tipping his
sure.
cap. He doesn't even realize he
Oh, I
does
get
it.
it.
We
Yeah.
don't. We don't deal too much burning down our own city. I'm not too well acquainted with what you might be referring to. If you could be more specific. Uh,
She gives him the cross street, and she says there was a symbol on one of the posts, the support beams. It appeared to be a hand of some sort.
ah, that house.
Yes.
He looks at one of the guys that he's with, and they have like this knowing look. Well, give me a perception.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me. Oh,
Insight.
Let's just
yeah.
pass these and then we'll see it. Shit.
17.
I got a 12.
All right. Annette needs apparently she needs to get laid because
Well,
her
I got a
her
good insight modifier. I'm just rolling shitty.
Tell us something new.
Shut up,
yeah. So
John.
Tux, you catch this knowing look between them. I get just a glance, like they made eye contact as soon as he said, "Ah, that house."
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's an interesting question. Uh, by the looks of you, doesn't look like you guys are from around here. May
Oh,
I ask your reason for inquiring as the house?
we were just passing through town. We're actually we were just stopping to restock and resupply. And it was, we were going to spend the night anyway, so we just took a stroll and spoke to one of the nearby guards. He said it was there wasn't any collateral damage with that house, right?
You know,
Like
it was on the corner, and it was a nice-ish house, but
right.
there was
Well,
like a stone wall on either side. There was yeah.
right. So like she's like it's it I've had my dealings that I maybe a more moral person wouldn't be so fond of, but you could just tell it was done very efficiently. No collateral damage. The target was hit. It was just admirable.
Well, I that's an interesting way to put it, I guess. Again, we're not really in the business of burning down our city, and we don't really have much to say. Although I can understand your confusion, being that the fist was on there, and
Yet,
I
sir, your body language is that of someone who knew exactly of this place and the work that was done there.
well, you know, it's very interesting, sure, interesting, but again, uh, that's not necessarily a question for outsiders too much. I didn't catch either of
What
your
do you know of this symbol we found?
I didn't catch either of your names.
We did not give them.
Yes, and isn't it such a funny thing, a name, who it belongs to, what they're looking for.
Very funny.
Yes,
Information usually goes both ways, don't you think?
sure, but there are other ways to compensate for information. And she like jingles a coin purse at him.
While most think those who work and kill for money will do anything for it. We don't really have much need for that, and some things are private.
Well, as a man who and self-admittedly works and kills for money, I assume that you cherish a bit of anonymity, eh?
As would most,
See? Yes.
but not. I don't get your. I don't. Perhaps we may go someplace more private to talk. If you have so much uh, contempt for your own money, you're trying to give it away. I'm trying to understand. I have some questions for you too. Maybe we can answer each other's.
We'll signal Hunter to join us.
Yeah,
This
pay that dude off and
Yep.
send him on his way. Um,
I
yeah.
like Tux gives him like this jerk off motion, and like you guys tell when Hunter looks at this dude and like Hunter gives him like this jerk off motion.
Like fuck
Says,
off.
I'll find your mom later.
Right. Um, yeah, so he comes over and she goes, "Okay, how about we go 1 for 1?" Meaning she goes, "You ask a question, we ask a question."
Oh, I thought you meant like go upstairs and just get to know each other.
No, I was
Wow.
talking about basketball.
You say something like that again to her, and I will crush your larynx.
It's been a long day.
It's okay, friend.
I mean, hey, we live and die in hope, my friend. And he gives you another like tot like thing, and then like downs like his whiskey. No offense, meant. And then he just walks back towards like behind the kitchen area. He goes back there and he says, "Hey Rosie, give us a few minutes of privacy, will you?" "Sure thing." And she goes, and
Now are all three of them back here?
you guys, no, just him, and then you guys.
Okay, interesting. Those two guys are probably going to snitch on us, but that's okay.
Yes, that's fine. They're going to get back up.
She goes,
Cool. The bars get cleared out right now.
Right. She goes, so, 1 for 1? Sound okay?
Sounds fine to me.
She says, shoot then.
When did you guys get into town?
As I said, we rode into town, just a few hours ago.
A few hours ago. Huh. All right, go ahead and ask.
Okay.
Do you want to talk, or do you just want to ask?
Nah, I'm thinking we'll just fucking go for it. She goes,
I'd say ask him if he's with the Flaming Fist.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Basically, I was gonna say, but what do you know about the Flaming Fists and perhaps where to find them?
Like he's wearing like relatively nice clothes, functional clothes. He kind of pulls up his sleeve, and you guys see like a Flaming Fist tattooed on his arm. I'd say I know quite a bit about the Flaming Fist and where to find us.
Fair enough. Your turn.
Now, if my math is correct, to have found us this quickly, you must have gone directly to that house. Why did you go directly to that house and then come and find us?
That's fair. That's interesting. She says,
have you not heard of being hired for work? That is none of your business.
It is.
We're asking questions, friend.
It's fine, Tux. We are working, as my friend here put it. We were checking on a certain individual for our employer.
Well, think hard on this next question, friend.
I believe it is my turn, sir.
No, I thought you just asked it. Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
no, you asked. You asked why we were over there.
no, yeah, okay. So, all right. Your turn there.
John, are we like ready to rumble? Like, because I'm about to.
I'm
just,
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You just asked John.
I say you ask where
He's
she
ready to
is.
fucking
no.
fight.
I'm
I say you
just,
ask where your
Yeah,
your mother's
I
name, but
got
yeah.
this.
Stupid question I've ever heard in my life.
She go.
I
Yeah,
think
you're not wrong there, Austin. But
Yeah.
John wants to fight in
sometimes
the.
John has a better plan than me.
That just seems
Sometimes I
like.
do.
Often John has a better plan than me. She goes.
Well, that's not what you
She.
asked. You asked, "Are we ready to rumble?" Which, I mean,
I didn't ask your guy that. You're like the
John
guy in the escape room that's like, nope, those were your three. Shut up. She goes. Where's my mother? You son of a bitch.
uh, when you say that,
Is he pausing that long? Okay.
when you say that, like you caught him off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, huh.
She says, tell me quickly or you won't leave here alive. And I don't care what kind of friends you have, they can die too. It's no qualm of mine.
Can you prove she's your mother?
Tux is gonna grab him by the throat.
All right.
That is irrelevant. Answer her question.
That's not too irrelevant. If she's also being
Slams him against the wall.
Ooh.
How hard? Just
Just to get his attention. He's trying to like.
rattle his cage a little bit.
You need to answer our fucking questions.
Right.
We're done doing one for Tux is done with. I'm done with one. You will answer our questions.
So how hard are you? You're holding him up by his throat. He's not gonna be able to talk too well.
Right.
Well, no, he's not choking him. I'm grabbing him like up here, like hand up under the jaw. Hand is on the throat, but
maybe
I can still talk just fine.
Maybe you just grab him by the collar and just fucking throw him around.
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
If he's not choking him.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have fun in the bedroom, do you, Austin?
You're gonna come in.
Ew. Oh, Austin. Crazy.
I wish Boz was here for that.
Oh, he can hear it. This
Here.
will be on YouTube.
Oh God.
I think we may have started off on the wrong foot.
I think you all started off on the wrong foot.
Well, we're the flaming fist. We don't really use our feet too much, I guess.
I tell you what, you should
think it's your
probably
brain you do not use.
You should probably stop trying to be clever because I can only control him for so long.
What's your? Hold on a second. Did you tell me earlier?
Yeah, her name. I texted it to you, but now I can't fucking remember. Her name is.
I see it, but
yeah.
So he tells you. This will be fun. Check Facebook, Adam. I mean, I could just ask. It's more fun.
Yeah. I mean, let's just go with Sue. Sue, like that.
All right. He looks. He looks at you and he says,
"Nope."
Her full name.
Yeah.
Right.
He wants me. Does he want me to tell him that?
No, he tells you her full name.
Right.
He says,
Right.
You know, she was in danger, and your mom went missing, and we
so
found
you burnt down her home?
Well, do you know of the red the red sashes? I assume
the Balians are dead.
Well, they yes, Oh, well, that's great news, but they weren't a few days ago, and they were hunting your mom, and we didn't know much of her, but her house burnt down, and then the fist was put on there, and then we had to figure out where, what the fuck was going on,
So
and
he's saying the fist got framed for this by the Balians.
Insight check.
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
17.
Son of a bitch. 15. It's getting better.
It is.
Slowly.
He is unfortunately lying.
Okay. She takes out her sword.
Tux is gonna start to squeeze. Or no, he doesn't. He gets real big. I'm gonna do that again.
Okay.
Okay,
Lying
so,
is
hold on.
not a good idea.
So Tux grows to giant size.
So now he's hanging off the ground at this
So
point.
I like this idea that you're now holding his neck, kind of like with your fingers or something.
Yeah, it's like this.
Like you your hand is like wrapped around his neck, and
Right.
you're just like
Yeah.
You could probably honestly
Yeah,
you could probably
he's
palm
got
his
him
head
like
like a
this.
basketball.
Pretty much. You
and
might
then-
have him by the whole face at this point,
Annette-
just holding him by the temples.
So Annette, you don't know. You didn't get a good insight check, right? So
I got 2 points lower than John. So
you
yeah, do
Okay,
with that what
yeah.
you will.
now you guys will both know that he's lying. So before you didn't know because Tux knew, but now you both caught the lie. He got caught in that lie.
When Tux grows big, she will take out her short sword and just place pressure with the point of it on his like his abdomen. And she says, "You may not be able to see that, but I know you can feel it. Make with the honesty and do it quickly. Otherwise, you might your head might turn into a bad water. Like, you ever seen a watermelon fall off a roof? It's going to look like that."
So his eyes
More
are
like a
on
grape.
Tux. His eyes are on Tux this whole fucking time.
As they should be.
You're not even sure that he's
Heard
saw
you.
Like that registered, yeah. That
that like the knife is on the. He doesn't really seem to be catching any of this. He's looking at it, and like you guys get the overwhelming smell of ammonia, this smell coming from this guy now.
Wait, what kind of smell did you say?
He peed himself.
Oh, okay.
He peed himself.
Good. That needed to happen.
Holy fucking shit! What the fucking hell did you just do? What the
Stop
fuck?
lying,
He's looking.
or you die,
Well,
and the
shit.
flaming fist will come find us, standing over your body.
Well, shit. There's a lot of fucking going on here. Obviously, I'm fucking Annette. What was your mom's favorite flower?
She tells him, let's say it was daisies.
She's dating the fucking captain of the Fists. She was told that the Valiant is coming to get her, and so they cooked up this scheme to try and lure the more Valiants here. We already cleaned out their shit here, but we didn't know who else would be fucking coming, so we've been put a ruse that she was kidnapped her and hiding. Jesus fuck, put me
Okay.
down.
Hang on.
23 insight.
Hang
Hold
on.
on.
I
Hold
want
on.
I want to recap
No.
of that real quick.
Hold on. He then says, "Don't fucking watermelon my head."
Okay.
Dear
so
God.
so you just said that my mother has started dating the head of the Flaming Fist? Did I catch that right? Okay.
Yes, 100%.
That's totally cool. I just want to make sure.
Dating a mobster.
If she's
Fantastic.
dating- if she's dating good.
This is great.
23 insight.
Yeah, hey, I want to try too. Did I do any better?
Give me the.
Oh,
No.
it's getting worse. Yep. She looks at
Pea
she looks
smell.
at the pea smells getting to her. She's like Tux, is any of that true? This fucking piss boy is really fucking with my head right now.
Jesus. So yeah, with that, you feel like Tux. You get the feeling that this man is confessing and you are God. That's what you feel like.
Okay.
You feel like you never heard a truer statement. This guy is now
He's gonna
singing.
just let him go, like drop to the floor. So he drops like a foot,
Sure.
and he's like, "Take us to her now."
Well, I'll fucking take you to where they are, but I don't know. She might be there. And then he just starts like coughing and hacking, and he's like, "God damn it, I peed myself."
And he
What
gets
the
small
fuck?
again.
When you do
A
that,
net
he
fi-
freaks the fuck out. What the fuck? You just do that whenever the fuck you want? What are you? Like he
Whenever I
didn't.
need to.
Annette grabs a dirty rag off the bar and says, "You should clean yourself up before we go to see your friends.
Yeah,
You don't want to
thanks.
be known as Pee Pee Boy."
He's still coughing and
Would that
like
be embarrassing for a human?
Yes, it's not great.
my wife just closes the door. Uh, all right. Shit. He like stands up and like grabs a beer that's on one of the fucking counters or whatever, and like just drinks it, like inhales it. Fuck. Uh, you guys. He then walks outside.
Hang on. Before we leave, you said the bar had emptied out, right?
No, Tuck
Oh,
said that.
oh, okay. So there was there's still
Yeah.
people there, right?
You guys went to the back kitchen. You
Right.
couldn't see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Never
I
mind.
was joking.
If the
I
bar,
didn't. Tux
no,
didn't say that. I
that's
said
fine.
that.
That's fine. I was gonna say if the bar was empty, she was just gonna grab a bottle of whiskey and throw it in her backpack on her way out. But yeah. Okay. So we'll follow this guy.
So as you guys walk out, you guys one of the like everyone's still exactly where they were. Everyone's pretty much just hanging out, and then like the dude walks up to the table where he was with, and then one of the guys was like, "Well, looks like you had an interesting conversation." He goes, "Shut the fuck up," and he like picks something up off the table, and like walks out. Uh, you guys,
Follow him.
Yeah.
yeah, he's not trying to like. You guys have a while to walk over here
No, running would be a bad idea. We have a druid with us.
near the
Yeah.
high
He's not gonna outpace me either.
near the high hall. He's walking.
Unless he's a monk.
As you guys go past Blue Ridge again, you guys pass the Temple of Baal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so you guys just murdered the volumes?
We murdered quite a bit of them. If they're all gone, we do not know, but suffice it to say they took a hit.
Well, I mean, yeah, they were here a couple days ago looking for your mom.
And
Uh,
this would have been while we were at their temple in
yeah, no, this was like, yeah, this
these
all
it was
the
happening
timeline.
concurrently.
The timeline of everything fits, and it all
Yeah.
makes sense in your
Okay.
head.
Like they were looking for mom. They had the guy, and they came and attacked us at the barbarians.
Yeah, and that like when they picked up dude, your ex.
Yeah, right.
They're
They got them all at once.
also like, well, let's go find your fucking mom too.
Okay. Cool.
Little did, yeah, and then the dude's like, yeah, he's coughing a little bit, gets a little coughing fit, and then like he gets this look at like Tux, kind of how Loki looks at the Hulk a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and he's
That
like,
gif really fits now.
yeah, and he's like, yeah, and well, I mean that wasn't the best fucking decision they ever made. They took that kid, they killed his family, got on our radar, and then they started looking around for her mom. So obviously they're all dead. They took a few of our guys out, but those guys were a fucking piece of work anyways. We left their temple standing because we're trying to see any more that come in. But other than that, like, I don't know too fucking much about what's going on at like all that shit. I'm just a fucking regular. But what? How did you guys kill all of them? You guys get a sense that he's just like there's a little bit of professional curiosity, maybe.
He's also
Tux-
is he
Tux
trying to
just kinda-
ingratiate? He's just trying to
Do
ingratiate
you have
himself
to
to us.
ask?
Right. She's like,
I mean,
she's like, just lots of violence, man. Like, it was just very, very bloody. There was a big snake too. Don't worry about it.
we started asking around for their headquarters if they even had one. We never really got any answers.
You didn't
But
think that their temple was a good place to start?
we didn't. I mean, yeah, that does know they had a temple, to be honest.
Uh,
It was located in
yeah,
Nahara.
yeah. Oh no, I'm talking about the one in town.
No, they already took that.
We cleared
They
that.
they
one out.
Right.
left that
Okay.
open, waiting for more to come
But
in.
I mean,
Okay.
those guys are a piece of work. I mean, we you know, I mean, it's probably been a while since you left Baldur's Gate, but I mean, we pretty much stay out of the kingdom's bullshit, and we pretty much kind of keep to ourselves and just have a little successful town here, and we do all right, but uh, good on you, I guess. And then I like to think that Tux, like, you walk, like, you don't trip, but like your gait changes and your arm swings a little bit, and he like flinches. Like it's just like
Good.
it's just like your gait would change. Like you looked at something and then looked back, and he's just like you got him like.
He's jumpy.
You guys get into the upper city, upscale. He there's some. He goes in sort of this back gate. He's got like a little key pass or whatever, right? And then he gets in, and then like there's some like guys that look like Flame of Fisting. They're wearing just like plain clothes, fighting clothes, but they all have like a little insignia, and they all look at him, and like he gives us some look like, just back the fuck off. You don't want to. He doesn't say anything. He just gives them like the hand and like gives them the eyebrows, and they're like, "All right, shit, 2 people, okay. One of them's a girl. 3 people. One of them's a girl." And then you guys get up there, and as you guys are walking, sort of into the courtyard, the type of flower that was your mom's favorite is like growing, well kept in the garden of that like place.
Okay. Cool.
You guys go up like the stairs, and you see your mom eating lunch, like at a big table. There's only a couple people at this table, and there's like some people waiting around them, like with stuff.
Which way is she facing?
She's facing away from you. She can't
Okay.
see you guys walking up.
She probably takes a minute to compose herself because she went from like what half an hour ago thinking that she was maybe fucking dead to learning that she's dating a mobster, and then now she's like in sight. So she like takes a big deep breath, and she walks up behind her and she goes, that looks pretty good. Can I have a bite?
She turns around and she says, "Annette, darling, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I mean, I thought you might." And then she gets up and hugs you and like kind of stammers a little
big
bit,
hugs.
like, "I thought you might be coming back soon with all the commotion going on. You look great, and oh my goodness, are you hungry? Do you want?" And she's like trying to get you to eat like every mom does in my imagining.
She pulls her back in for a hug, and she says, you couldn't. She whispers. She goes, "You couldn't have fucking included in a letter that you were dating a goddamn gangster."
She chuckles and she says, "Well, I mean, it's not something you really talk about in letters that are going around the kingdom.
You know,
He's not. Don't be so melodramatic. He's not a mobster, not any more than the guy you were looking to marry. You're lucky for that one. He just runs an organization, and that organization this is about might be some killing.
he's a legitimate businessman.
They could order in the town.
She's fucking Gemma Teller at this point,
I mean,
dude.
it's more like It's more like private security, anyways.
You know what I just thought of when I said that? I thought of you're dating the Grim Reaper.
What's that from?
It's from Taz. It's from Balance.
Oh yes, yes.
um, she goes. Well, I saw the house. Dad wouldn't be thrilled, but I'm glad
Oh,
you found someone to occupy your time. I guess.
well, apparently you're going off and fighting wars or some shit. No, there's some. No, she wouldn't curse in front of you. Mom
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
She wouldn't know all that.
She said, "Yeah, we
So
got your."
you're off starting trouble, and that trouble came back here, and well, I mean, just so happens that Leroy and I had become friends,
Yes, where
and
is Mr. Jenkins at this point?
so you have you met Leroy?
No, no, fucking no, Leroy. She does say she kind of reverts back to like a little kid. She's like, hang on, we didn't start any. They started it. We just finished it.
Oh, I'm well. Obviously, looks like you got some friends that could finish a lot
Oh,
of business.
and then she's like,
Hello, Mom.
God damn it, and she's like, oh my God, I was just very happy. I'm terribly sorry. This is the friend I told you about. This is Tux.
Well,
Hello,
Tux,
Mom.
can I call you Tux Translation Unit 13?
You may, but I will say Annette lied. She said you were 5'6". You were 5'6" and 1/8.
She's like,
No,
my bad, dude.
you know what? It's-
She goes, when I heard about you and the head of this organization, as you put it.
Leroy, come here and meet Nat.
Hey,
Leroy,
wait, hang on. She goes, let me finish this first because it'll work real well. She goes, when I heard you were dating this man of notoriety, let's say. She said it did calm my nerves because I had certain fears. Speaking of that, this is Hunter. Because now she thinks that Hunter probably won't try and bang her. But if Boz
Yeah.
is here, I'm certain that still would try. She would try it. She goes, and she kind of fucking gives Hunter this look like, "Don't fucking try it."
when she looks at Hunter and says, "My, what a handsome man! Oh no, you must be have some of the kindred spirit. I can tell. I like my elves." And you look at Leroy, and he's also a half elf.
Hunter says, "It's nice to meet you, ma'am. I have no desire to seduce you. It's canon now. Suck it, Boz."
Hunter, you sound different.
Yeah, I have a cold. I'm gonna not talk anymore.
Oh well.
Hey, Boz, if you're listening to this, I know that it wasn't your fault, but this is what you get for missing.
Eat shit, boss.
Love you.
Love you, brother.
All right. The first time he meets a mom in the world, she hits on him, and he's not here.
Right.
I was gonna
get
see
for
what kind
missing,
of attention
you
that
know?
that gave the group, but all right. So, Leroy comes up. Well, hello. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you.
That's not his voice.
No, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's very good.
Oh, fucking Billy D over here.
Right.
I
Hello,
see that
princess.
I see you gave one of my compatriots a lesson in what I'm going to assume is honesty.
And humility.
I tell you what, sir. He certainly learned something. What he does need to learn more of is maybe how to hold up a little better under pressure. To be fair, he didn't have much of a choice, but I wouldn't. She
You
kind of
want to
whispered.
squash my head like a watermelon.
I know, dude.
No,
I'm
he said that,
sorry,
like,
okay?
he said that. This fucker here fucking grows twice as big and was gonna watermelon my goddamn head. This is not a joke.
Yeah.
like joking up.
She's like, that's true. That did happen, but you know, she like whispers to him. She goes, maybe don't trust him with really sensitive information. He'll sing
Oh, I
like a
don't.
fucking canary.
Well, every man has his price, and every man has his limit. I do not fault them for being human. And he
That is
says human
fair.
is slight, like I don't fault them for being human.
Right,
Okay?
like half elves don't cotton to that shit, but he's a weak, puny human.
Yep. So, well, Annette, sit down and just tell me everything. What's been going on? Why are you here? And why are there people hunting you?
She gives her just to expedite things. She gives her the skinny on. Hang on, real quick. Can we just do general insights on Leroy, like his whole vibe,
Yeah,
like before we
Leroy.
just spill this whole thing out?
Sure.
Oh, I did not do good that time. 10.
My roll 20's loading. Did I roll? Did it roll a new one for me? Um, hang on. Come on, you can do it. Roll 20.
Yeah, I rolled
Um,
20
all
computer
right.
logged
Let
out.
me
We have
let me fucking do this again. Okay. Fucking 12. Great. What'd you get,
Get your
John?
dice out.
I don't have them. They're
10.
packed.
You beat me.
Oh, okay. So, what
Hey,
about a
Annette,
12?
Adam, roll again for boss.
Okay, hang on.
Sure you don't want me to roll that?
Okay, hang on. His sheet's loading.
And roll with advantage because it's a mom.
Well, it's on what's his face?
Leroy.
I know.
She's
Oh,
like,
right. You're right. Okay, that makes sense. Well, 19. I mean, you basically, like, Boz is able to tell that this guy is extremely sexually attracted to your mom, as I'm sure he is also. He's
right,
like, this dude right here is definitely a fellow motherfucker.
right. Is he,
Like,
but
100%.
does he seem trustworthy?
You know what? That's all Boz gets is like, nope, this dude's definitely, like, they are
Like
definitely
they're brothers in arms kind of thing?
like they're definitely in a sexual relationship, and I'm not like there's definitely some deeper shit going on here. I won't be able to get in on this. That's all he's getting.
But okay. Well, she'll give her the quick and dirty. She's not
Focus
gonna.
that they're in a relationship.
Right.
He gets that vibe.
Yeah. So she'll give her the quick and dirty, leaving out some of the more maybe sensitive details, as it were.
Like,
Um, like all the whole shit with like instead of saying, "Hey, we think the king was banging his sister," and shit like that, be like, "We found out some information on the king. We were sent by someone to go investigate. We ran into some Balians. We handled it. Then we came here. Now we're going to different houses
so
to garner more information."
about halfway through you're talking, your mom is like, Leroy, can we please have some privacy, dear? And
Yeah,
Leroy speaks up and like gives everyone the eye, and then they all like leave. So it's just her.
she wouldn't hide it. She wouldn't hide anything. She'll give her everything. Whether she doesn't care, like she probably doesn't even think about, hey, this may come up during pillow talk with Leroy. Like she's just very happy to be where she's at, so she just spills her guts.
All right.
I
So
don't know. I don't know if Tux or anybody stops her, but that's what she do.
okay. So
No,
this
Tux isn't going to stop her from talking to her mom.
All right, so this is what happens. Like you say that, and then your mom's like, "Well, you know, Leroy mentioned to me that the town captain here got a message from the king saying that there were some sort of bandit attacks, and he was thinking of possibly declaring martial law. I'm starting to wonder if that was just a load of BS, and he's actually just trying to consolidate his power if he knows some shit's happening."
I don't think
That's most likely the case.
he certainly we certainly don't have any good reason to trust him at this point.
But we have an in within his group as well, his inner circle.
This is true.
Well, you might have two now, because I'm pretty sure I wasn't paying attention to Leroy too much, but I'm pretty sure the king said that he was looking to hire the Flaming Fist as some extra guards around town, around his throne.
That seems fishy as fuck.
Well,
We may need to speak with Leroy.
that's what Leroy was saying too. Leroy said that he's always had a non-royal, like, that's not what they do. But the king seemed somewhat insistent, but I can't quite remember. But I'm sure Leroy would be interested to hear the full truth from someone that he can trust.
Yeah. I mean, she gives Tux the look like you cool with this, like just telling him everything.
It seems like it could serve us. We should probably take the risk.
Sure.
Because if we decide against siding with the king and we have them protecting him, we have a big advantage.
You're not wrong. Plus, it can't hurt to have
And
another
if we
alliance.
decide to side with the king, we would want them on our side.
Sure.
More reason for them to fight with us.
So
He is marrying your mother.
Are they engaged?
I don't. No, I don't think that was said.
Okay.
That was just me talking.
My internet.
Tux, no. I absolutely think that Tux would make a deduction. Well, it seems they're in a sexual congress relationship. I think that's
Yeah, that's true. He probably would say that. I do like that. Okay.
Like, Tux is like,
Yeah, he
so
said
that's
that.
pretty much your dad, right? Like, well, yeah, of course.
She
I
goes.
your new dad.
Tux goes. Well, he's obviously hitting that, so he obviously intends to propose marriage at some point.
Yeah, Boz,
Yeah.
Hunter looks over when you said, he's like, "Yep."
Okay, so I
Yeah.
think what she would do, and we can kind of forego all this because it's been fun, but to keep things moving, if you'd like, she'd probably spend like another couple hours just like catching up, and then later, like over like cigars and brandy after dinner. That's when she'd like they'd fill in Leroy. Like she wouldn't.
We meet with him in his office type thing.
Right.
No, yeah. He looks at you.
And we make sure Hunter's there. Like he's definitely.
Hunter's apparently not there. He's
No, he's definitely in this meeting. We're not doing this meeting without him present.
You guys go to Hunter's room and then you guys just see like a bunch of like there's like a box of condoms and
A bunch
it's
of
just
fucking used rubbers all over the floor.
He's just been jerking off into rubbers all day.
Jesus. Sorry, Bob. That's not where I was going, but I guess that's how that's right.
He's gonna
Because your
love
mom turned him down.
it. Right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
honey, you're too young for me.
He's just going around fucking all the moms.
She picks one of the condoms up and she goes, "Hey Tux, you remember when you asked me about the fishy smell?" And she just puts it up to his face. No, she doesn't do that.
That does not smell fishy, but it smells quite salty.
She doesn't do that. We're retconning all of that. Doesn't happen. It's gross.
No, that definitely happened.
It didn't
That was a
happen.
great line.
It didn't
I'm
happen.
proud of that.
No,
That's fine. The line you still said it with your mouth hole. It just didn't
And
happen.
then roll a dexterity check.
Who?
Annette, roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
And she picks up the condom.
Fucking 12.
You get like a few drops of cum on you. Like,
Gross.
it's just like,
I would like to campaign that should be sleight of hand, which I'm much better at.
Well, I mean, dexterity is like.
Yeah. God damn it! God damn it!
That felt like a save more than a check, even.
I
but-
rolled the same exact thing. It doesn't fucking matter. I now won the sleight of hand that I campaigned for. Get the same exact
You
result.
definitely got a little cum on your hand.
Oh god, she's gonna like keep an eye on that spot and make sure that she doesn't get a rash.
Annette, you got something on you.
Yes, I know. She like fucking. She wipes it on your wolf pelt. She's
Oh,
fucking pissed.
Yeah. Sorry, Doc.
I mean, it's not a napkin.
Things got out of hand.
Yeah, this
Chuck,
is
like, it does not register to be gross to him because he's immune to disease. So it's not something he fears at all. So he's just like,
oh
I'm
god.
not a napkin. Like, just that it don't rub your garbage on me, not that it's gross.
It's just general filth
Yeah.
versus
then,
biohazardous
yeah,
material.
Yeah, no. He does not even register that.
So as you guys walk back out to meet Leroy, Hunter's already out there, like having like a cigar with this fellow half elf, and they're just talking about like old times and shit, right? Like, oh yeah, I remember this one elf ritual that my mom made me do too. Oh yeah, that's
They're elven
right.
brisses.
I'm pretty sure Hunter hates all elven shit. That does not sound like the conversation.
They're both half elves, so they probably find some common ground.
Yeah, whatever. They're just fucking
Right.
fucking shooting the shit.
They're trading war stories.
And you guys walk up, and then I just like the idea that you guys have the conversation. You mention you give the, like, we talk to whoever, we have the story, and then like you guys catch him up to date, and
Yeah.
he's like, there are stories of history where many fates of kingdoms happen over a good Scotch, or not Scotch, a good brandy, or in a well-rolled cigar. It is very interesting to know. I did not even think to suspect. He seemed so insistent, and it definitely caught. No, it definitely caught my attention. But this is and you said you met with his sister, and she's at Waterdeep, yes?
Yeah, that is where we last found out, because she met with the captain, right? Last week we found that out.
It seems like Waterdeep.
I'm gonna check where she's at right now. Is she in Waterdeep now?
Yeah.
Because she shouldn't necessarily be there right now, because she should be back home waiting to mass an assault.
Don't you think the captain would have wrote in the thing whether or not she left? Like, if she left, I feel like he would tell us that.
She's also letting us know that she's safe and stuff.
So the queen is in Waterdeep. The captain is at the town where the king is.
Right.
She's in Dagger. Yeah, she went to Daggerford.
She traveled.
That's right.
Right. So she's there.
But she has people watching the queen.
Naturally.
Yeah.
And the queen's guard she has her queen's guard. Dude who was being interrogated has been released with her. Like, she's there, like, pretty much.
Is she out and known?
No.
Okay. Gotcha. Good.
Yeah. She's just a close personal friend of the captain, and like the captain told you that there are the closest among her that she trusts with her life know what's going on.
Gotcha. Yep. As I figured. Okay, cool.
So, but you're not quite sure yet who to side with, right?
We have to meet with her constituents and see where our loyalties lie.
That is a yes. That is very interesting. I would be interested in being kept apprised. I'm sure it seems like the king will get his way. He started to put pressure on the captain of this town, and you can only fight the throne so much. But it's very interesting.
If, regardless of who we side with, it would be useful to have friends near the king.
Oh, soon. Yes, I know what you're saying.
And
I don't
whoever
know.
wins will pay well.
That's true, but I don't know. The king his mood has turned black, and he does seem to have lost the sight of that which he had that earlier that seemed to help his kingdom grow. Now he seems, I don't know. I'd probably go and meet him and get my own stock of him, but I would be very interested in hearing these houses that you are going to and seeing what they have to say as well.
If you are going to be talking to the king, I don't know if that would be smart for us.
Well, sure. I mean,
You sh
you're.
you should keep plausible deniability.
Well, I don't need to know. I only know what I. I only need to know what I need to know. Well,
And how do we know you're not going to go into business for yourself and serve your own needs and turn us over?
the same. I guess you don't, unless I mean, unless I do know apparently that you can watermelon people's heads. In general, but
You have an army that is not a threat to you.
She
well,
I am not stupid.
Annette jumps in here and she goes, "What's what are your intentions with my mother?" I know it seems off topic, but just humor me.
no. You guys. So when you were talking with your mom earlier, she would have laid it out that like how they met. That it was after you left that she started going on walks,
Right.
and there was one time that like someone like started to mug her or whatever,
Yeah.
and Leroy was like walking down the same area, saw this shit was going on, and like quickly like just
Intervened.
killed these like these 4 or 5 guys that were attacking her, like saved her life clearly, but then was also like an impressive badass,
Right.
and like they just had like a meet cute for a mercenary, like it was
Right.
just like he just
Tale as old as time.
he
Yeah.
seemed yeah he
Woman gets
seemed like
mugged. Boy
I
kills
was
men.
I was a nobody, but I didn't have anything to hide from him, and he didn't have to hide anything from me because I who am I going to tell? And then one thing just led to another, and we just started to meet more and more. Um, I mean, I wanted to talk to you about it. I mean, I haven't felt like getting, I haven't, and like she goes on and like how she hasn't felt this way for anyone except for your father before he passed or whatever.
Right. So mom's
He,
mom's
he
in.
seemed, so she also told you about him.
Uh-huh.
Like he seems honorable, but he does have a dark side. He seems to use his power, his dark side for good.
He's
He's helped out the city more than the city knows, and like he's
he's
trying to do
very
good.
Jax Teller at this point. Yes,
And
John?
like it's like a dark world, and he does the dark things that the good people can't.
Jax Teller or like Mace Windu without the Jedi.
Right.
I
Okay.
was actually wait, Mace Windu is who I
So
I know you, Austin.
so
I can
so
tell by the description.
because that is Mace Windu's.
so mom's pretty fucking basically all in. So she
Sam
still
Jackson
poses
is
the
now.
question
Okay.
about what it because I'm going somewhere with this. So yeah, she poses a what are your intentions with my mother?
I had a wife when I was young, and she died, and I vowed to never marry or to never take another woman again, and I dedicated myself to the sword and to fighting into battle, which is how I got to this who I am today. But I find in my later years, she caught me off guard. She was the only one to catch me off guard. My intentions, I don't know. She said she wanted to talk to you, but I'd be happy to take her as my wife if she would have me. Murderer that I am, I'm not good enough for her.
So I certainly don't mean this to sound like blackmail, but it's going to come off that way. Just bear with me.
Well, I'm okay with that more than you might think in my line of business.
Sure, but I just want to be clear. Tux, you asked about him going into business for himself and turning on us, be it jail, murder, what have you. I don't think that my mother would look too kindly upon him murdering or jailing his daughter. So, I mean, uh, what do you? Does that sound about right, Leroy?
Yes, it sounds about right.
Can we insight check that and like his whole thing about like just to make sure he's on the level?
Oh, not good. 8 with
27
advantage.
coming
There
through
we
the
go.
clutch. That natty
There we
19
go.
comes through when you need it.
So your perception or
better.
insight, you're looking and listening to this man's soul, and he definitely sounds like when he talks about your mom, everything about him is different, and he doesn't like when he's talking about the business. It's just like business,
It's disconnected.
and then he says, "I don't know if you've noticed, but I actually am already in business for myself. Business is good when there is peace, but business is also good if we are put to work. But then my men die, and that's
Sure.
so there's a balance there. But uh, I don't have any reason to
Depending on how
not
this
tell you.
goes, your men don't necessarily have to be in danger. If they're
Well,
protecting the king and we're taking the king, they may see no fighting.
I mean, I see. I like the Kool-Aid.
This
I
does
see.
not have to be war. This can be smart.
I like that too. I mean, if this dude is as I mean the king he has made several decisions regarding the international politics, so to speak, of the realm that has hurt many of us, not just me but many. And if the queen is anything like what stories said from her as a child, she seemed uh well, I mean I don't really know if there would have been too much about her or how much he would know. But Annette, and he looks at you and he seems to soften and he says, "What would you ask of me if you could ask me plainly?"
Can can we? She probably like kind of like
Stand
stutters
with
over the
us.
words. She's like, can we trust you?
You, before your mother, I would have said no. But I don't know if I'm the same man as I was. I want to be the man that she sees. I do not have any agenda or intentions in this realm. I was simply going to go. I don't like getting involved in politics, but I was going to be forced to go. But if I can now go and I can help out a friend and maybe family, then what else is there in life? What else
Uh,
is there?
You
still,
could
still,
make her family before we leave.
damn. Tux just went like all like cleaning this gun father figure on him.
Like, no, he's saying he's saying like obviously Annette could give the blessing and
Right?
you
No,
could
no, no.
make
I
this
I
happen.
get it. I get it. Yeah.
And he
So
would look at Annette when
we're
he
getting
says that.
I know you. I know you know your mother, and she has. Uh, she's never one to do anything hasty, but this is definitely an interesting conversation of the future of family and the fate of the realm. It seems.
She goes, yes, she's never been one to make a hasty decision. And I mean, absolutely no offense by this, but she's also never been one to shack up with someone in the business that you are in. So
Well,
people change.
to be charitable to your mother, we were not checking up until she was being hunted. She does have her own room here, although we do share we do share company.
L-
Most
Look, she says, look, boss, she's a grown woman. She can make her own decisions. I meant nothing by it, no judgments. It's you know, it's
but
it's good to
to
see
be
her
blunt,
seeming happy.
I don't know the king and I don't know the queen. I don't know either of them any more than I knew you from yesterday. I
Here's
would want to hear what you have to say about the king and the queen as you find out as well. Think of me as your conciliary. Think of me as a friend and confidant. I don't know either of these people either. My loyalty is to my own city, not to the realm. The realm has never done much for us in this area, mostly because I know we can take care of ourselves. So you tell me. I want to be able to trust you and what you find out. We can work together.
Here's the thing. You've been, asked to come help the king. We have
Well,
we have in our let's just say our inner circle, one of the king's most trusted confidants. You'd already have a man on the inside, as they say. We can make that link happen. I believe if Tux and I vouch for you, that that they will be willing to take that on good faith.
and then he looks at Boz and he says, "What do you think?" And then Boz says, "I trust any motherfucker who fucks as many mothers as we can." Right?
Yeah,
He's like,
that sounds
yeah.
about right.
He gives him like
Yeah,
the you know,
the secret club handshake of
yeah,
mom
exactly,
bangers.
exactly. Like, yeah, you.
.com.
God damn it! You almost fucking got me. I was middle of a drink, you piece of shit.
Oh yes,
Oh, fucking.
that's a good one.
All right. So
That's on John's bookmark bar. His mombangers.com.
Oh,
he says, "Well, it seems like you were on your way somewhere when you stopped by here. Stop by on your way back after you go and visit your next stop, and we can maybe talk more or plan. But I mean, really, we we need information of the which way the houses will sway, and the house that you're going to controls almost all of the. That's one of the reasons why we do so well. Is Baragost is sort of the it touches four other kingdoms, and the it's kind of like the Suez Canal of like the area. Like everything kind of goes through this place, right? That's what he
Gotcha.
says in ways that you guys would understand.
Right.
So they are a very powerful house, and they hold sway over even Baldur's Gate to some degree because they can shut off our supply lines. So let's go and find out, make sure we're not, shitting where we eat, and see what they've got to say.
Certainly,
that sounds good.
it was a fact-finding mission and nothing more. We will we of course shitting where you eat. Terrible idea. It will not
We will
happen.
definitely keep you informed.
Yep.
Well, your mom then walks in, and she says, "Well, don't the four of you look like you're just getting all along? Seems to be planning the night away. But Leroy, as you very well know, it is bedtime."
Fuck.
She needs that dick.
I mean, I imagine Hunter like stands up to like follow her,
No,
and then Ned just like grabs him by the arm.
Hunter fucking stands up and like salutes the dude. He's like,
Go get it, brother.
I love taking
Get it, get it, get it, get it.
I love taking inconsequential
Get it, get it,
liberties
get it.
with Boz's character in his absence. But here's the thing: I don't think he'd be opposed to too many of these.
No. He'd be down for
Maybe
most
the
of
condom thing.
he's just laughing.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. She says, she's as she goes. Seems like you got a good one here. Meaning
He
Leroy.
puts his hand to his chest and gives you a little nod, and then he puts his arm out, and then your mom takes his hand, and they seem to walk down to the garden first, where your mom can smell her favorite flowers. And now it's just the three of you.
I mean, I don't know that there's much to be said at this point. We go south. We maybe stock up on what we can what's available in the town, and we get
Rest
on
for
it.
the night.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
rest here and then we get the trucking. I mean, now that she went from like 0 to 100 back to 0 real quick. Like, you know,
Yeah.
so I mean, I don't think the reunion was nice, but like there's business and the quicker we handle this business, fuck, she might come
The
back
better.
here.
Yeah,
Who knows?
for sure.
All
We
right.
could,
So
we
you
could roll with the flaming fist. Who fucking
Right.
knows?
Yeah.
so
Run that bitch.
one of like it looks like the maitre d or whatever like walks over and says, "Will the three of you be staying here tonight? Would you like me to show you two rooms that are being prepared?"
S- sure, that sounds great.
All right. So then,
I will stay in Annette's room.
sure, no judgment. And then like he
He
and
just
walks.
stands. He just stands against the wall, like it's innocent as fuck, but he doesn't even register
Right.
what that is.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't land with him.
So
No.
yeah, he shows you
Annette laughs at that that
two
line.
back to the room with Hunter. Like Hunter like a room. It was just like shagging the whole time. And then like you guys have rooms now too. And then Hunter's like, I don't want that room. That one's dirty. And then guy's like, yes, I see that now. And then like you guys, he takes you and like you guys have like your rooms or whatever. So that's where you guys are staying for the night.
Fantastic.
Oh, the idea of him beating off in a room and then being like, no.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's so fucking awesome. Uh,
Yeah. So you guys stay the night, obviously, and then you like what's y'all's intention? Like to get up and pretty much like
I'd,
that
I'd,
was an eventful day. Now let's keep going.
yep.
I'd say as soon as like the marketplaces would open, we'd hit them quickly and bounce.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys wake up and the captain's letter to y'all, like the two-way pager.
Right.
Can I pause real quick and pee?
Yeah, my dog I think wants to go out.
That sounds good. I have to
Sorry.
pee too.
I gotta pee. You there yet, Adam? Take that as a
I'm back.
Okay. Ugh.
Well, this has been a good session.
Yes, it has. Dude, this makes me wish we would have done 2 characters in our 2-person game.
Wait, what?
When it was just the 3 of us,
Uh-huh.
we should have done just 1 character each.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's got its limitations, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah. This has been fantastic.
And you know what? Like, if it ever comes down to that, you just you level them quickly.
Yes. Or
Level
even start at like 5th level so you can have decent
or
combats.
start them with, if you're gonna start them low, start them with some gear that they shouldn't have at that level even.
Yes. Deck them out.
Because like, even let's say it was Annette and Tux, and that's what we were playing. You give them something like a ring of spell storing, and you fucking, and here's what you know would be a good idea.
No, you give them wands.
Well, that or what you could do is, if you give them the ring, you let them find things like scrolls, and you just say, this ring can eat the scroll, and you get a use of this spell. Like, you get a use of it. I mean,
and you can give them a bunch of different scrolls and different little options.
Right, and it gives you a chance to, like, if you don't play a spellcaster a lot, you get a chance to fucking try out all kinds of spells, but like that way you use them and they don't just sit. Like, because like there's some spells that Boz has got that he can use, he probably won't ever use. You know?
Oh yeah.
And you can cater it to be like if you know that they're going to a place where like aquatic combat might have it, you give them a scroll of water breathing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, that's even something that could be done like.
Well, you want to do that in any campaign.
Right. Well, like, even if, because like Boz was thinking going rogue, Austin's going Psy Warrior. Even if you wanted to do like your fucking paladin idea.
Yeah.
Like, fucking scrolls are just good to have, even if you can't put them into a spell.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm thinking, like, I'm leaning towards the warlock, like, and I'm thinking like a charlatan grifter, like a coat full of watches and gold chains, trying to sell them like they're the most sophisticated jewelry
like
ever.
Fake Rolexes and shit in the coat.
Yeah. Basically he's gonna be a genie warlock, so I'm thinking the genie saw him, and like, because I'm picking the chaotic or neutral one, or chaotic evil, or chaotic neutral.
Are you fucking nerd?
Or chaotic good. Sorry.
Get back to D&D.
All right,
but we are talking D&D.
Let it rip.
I'm sure there's D&D involved. Or you wake up early. Your mom's awake and she made some breakfast for you. I don't know, whatever breakfast you would have liked or whatever. What she remembers is your favorite breakfast, right?
Right.
That's what moms do in my mind. That's what my mom does.
Right.
And then you guys, as you guys are setting off.
If she offered it to Tux would eat this time.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, mom. She
probably had plates out when we woke up.
Yeah.
Like, they were set.
But I feel like he
plates
would be
filled.
standing there and she would say something.
Yeah,
she's
she'd be like, well, I made your favorite breakfast, and you and your friends can have a good meal before you go out.
Yeah.
Right. So Annette starts eating, and then Tux starts eating.
Well, at first Tux would probably just stand behind her, and I feel like mom would say something.
Yeah.
Well, Tux, if you're family, then you should sit at the table with us.
And he sits down.
All right, now
Okay.
be sure to eat up and get all your energy. I don't know what you are, but I'm sure you can use
And
a good breakfast.
he just kind of says, "Well, I guess," and he fills his plate.
And you see Annette kind of sit back and she got this look on her face like, I want to see how this plays out. She's not saying shit.
What is it, and how does it taste? What's Annette's favorite breakfast?
Let's go. Let's just go simple biscuits and gravy.
Jesus,
Like
that's not
who
simple. That's not,
biscuits and gravy is super simple.
no, it's simple.
Austin's like, no, an avocado, bacon, egg, and cheese on
No,
whole wheat. That's so simple.
No, I'm just
artisan
saying that's just
cracked out artisan bread.
a
Yeah.
healthy shit. Anyways, doesn't matter. So yeah, she has that, and she made up the biscuits, and like they're just a little bit of salt, and it's like the good sort of gravy with like a little bit of ground meat in there, black pepper. She got a side of eggs next to Leroy, and you guys can take some eggs too if you wanted to.
So Tuck starts eating.
Yeah.
She she's like she whispers so like the mom can't hear. She goes, you don't have to do that. Like I know you don't need to do that, but you're also not obligated.
I've always been interested, never felt the urge.
She's like, where's it gonna go?
I do not know.
Oh God, this could be an adventure in
I
and of
like the fact
itself.
like Tux like starts putting food in his mouth. He just starts opening and closing his mouth
Like a like an obstacle at a miniature golf course.
Yeah. He's like struggling with this.
like he takes a bite of the fork and some of
Um,
Like the bites
yeah,
the fork off.
yes. He totally gets a chunk of fork. It's, it,
he's like, this is more metallic than I thought it would be.
it's a little
Like, no,
little metallic,
you're not
Annette,
but
supposed. She
she,
said,
that
and that's
she
mom.
gravy
you see
is delectable.
Annette like takes a bite, pulls out the fork out of her mouth like a normal person eats, and she like waves the fork and points at it like, "Hey, dummy, don't eat the
And then
fork."
Annette's mom
Oh,
looks at you and
I
like,
I'm
darling, you're
sorry.
not supposed to
I
eat the silverware.
that I've never done this before.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
May
So
I have a new fork? I
as,
apologize.
as you guys are having a nice
He just
fun
starts
breakfast,
eating with his hands.
Leroy
They don't answer, so he just fucking shoves it
Biscuits
in.
and gravy with your hands is a good
Like
meal.
gravy is delicious.
You just look like Randy in a Christmas story.
So, as your druid half elf, who turns bestial, is eating like food like a normal person, and then you have Tux who's eating the food like a beast.
Right.
Leroy walks up and he's got it's a white handkerchief or whatever, and it's roll inside of it is he puts it next to you and that and roll it, and it's a gold coin. It's much larger than your normal coin. Do you know what a challenge coin is? It's kind of like that size, and it has
One
the
second.
flaming disc on it. And he's like, if you ever get in a tough situation, you can give them this, and it's sort of like a mark or favor that you can or a proof that you know us if you ever need to say if you're ever in need. I just want to give this to you to help try and protect you because you are very important to us.
She says, I, I appreciate it. Like she's like she's not she's been like it's been like her and Tux, right? So like she doesn't trust a lot of people, and so she's not used to like signs of generosity this quickly. And so she struggles with the words, and then eventually she doesn't get them out, and she just kind of holds it up and like nods at him, almost like when somebody buys you a drink and you just hold it up at him and nod to say thank. Like it's this very similar gesture.
Yeah. Um. Then you guys get packed up, and I say your goodbyes. And anything specific you want to say, or is it just like just general goodbye. So
Um,
we'll see you
she,
soon, kind of thing.
yeah, it's I mean, what do we anticipate how long do we anticipate this taking? I mean, we have a map, so I figure we could at least ballpark it, right? And she'd be
Um,
like, "I'll see you in X amount of days."
yeah, you talked like as you're talking, the Leroy looks at you guys and says, "Well, it's about a 2 days ride down there. If you were to leave early, I'm sure you could make it maybe 2.5 days. Um, they're a much a town just like ours, just bigger, more or less. Um, do you have any questions you want to ask him? He's kind of just like
Um,
you a little bit about the way and like the way in is a nice place, but there's a little place right outside the way in. It's just like a kind of an open field and a nice place to get at if you don't want to have to go through town kind of thing.
um, yeah, I mean, like, yeah.
He
Sorry,
then
I brain farted.
he then mentions the king that he got a letter that morning saying the king was going to be uh he was giving notice essentially to well, the houses and the captains of each town that martial law would be declared soon. There's been trouble at the capital, and he's going to be recalling all the captains soon to meet with him for a conference kind of thing, which you guys never heard of.
Hmm.
The captains usually stay there because they have to be there to rule in the captain's name, right? And so he says, I don't know what you're doing down there, but from what I understand, it'll in the next 3 to 4 days, perhaps. Well, within the next week. Sorry, in the next week, martial law could be declared, and in that case, it can be difficult to travel. So, try and get back here as quick as you can, and then we can maybe make our plans from there.
Um, she says, we'll have to have a talk, but we may have a way of traveling faster. But we'll decide that as a group at a later date. Basically, so I did a little googling. Like, if Boz is down, we could ride him as a giant eagle, and he can do like fucking. I think.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen, and Boz is the one that's
I mean,
taking
you can take
No,
a
that's fucking amazing.
you
He
can
can
take a
go 80.
straight. I think the math was I just like if somebody did the math and it was like 18 miles per wild shape, something like that.
Oh, nice.
So, oh no, 18 miles per hour, 72 miles on a wild shape. So, like, going in a straight line and it's a
So
couple days walk, we probably
he
get
can
there.
get 140 miles in 2 hours.
No, 72 miles per the wild, per a 4 hour wild shape. It's
Oh,
18
it's
miles,
4 hours. So 8 hours.
18 miles an hour at four
Eight
hours is
hours.
72.
Eight
Yeah.
hours.
And then a short
We
rest. But, like, this place probably isn't 72 miles away if it's a couple days walk, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's something we'll have to talk about next week because I imagine we're not going to leave the town tonight, right? I mean, we're going to set off and probably stop. But like that's
Yeah, he could
something,
probably get it. We can get around a lot faster now.
yeah,
Is
I
what we're saying.
right.
well, yeah, you guys. Okay, so we know that mechanically that you
High
guys.
Right.
level party now. We can fly.
So, but he's basically intimating that traveling may become a little bit more difficult soon, and it time
The
may
roads are going to be harder to get through.
Right.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so even if traveling becomes difficult, it might not be for us, but we'll figure
Yeah.
that out when the time
Right,
comes.
and so
Yeah.
that morning, what Leroy told you, Tux, you would have read that you would have read in the letter somewhat very similar. The captain was essentially recalling all the captains She wasn't sure why. They were going to be essentially uh, taken into the wing, and like all they were all going to like kind of talk.
And
The
did
king,
the captain contact us?
yeah, she's telling you about this now, saying
Okay.
like this is the captain. You would have read the captain's letter in the morning before Leroy said anything to you.
So does
Leroy,
she not trust the king?
she's saying that the king is acting strange. His mood has changed, and she's going to leave this, meaning like her letter, y'all's two-way pager, with her number two, who's been a part of all of this as well,
Okay.
because she doesn't want to take it in there while she's like around with the king. They
Oh,
might have like their
I
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
No, so she's basically gonna split the captains off of the king, is what it sounds like. Because the captains are their own entity and they are aligned with the kingdom. But she's basically recalling them, and it seems like she's probably going her plan is gonna be to split their allegiance with the king if necessary.
No, the king has called all the captains to him.
Oh,
Right. So
got you. I thought
and
okay, so the
and,
king called all the captains. I
and
thought she did.
And me being a semi-veteran D&D player, I don't like where this is going for Captain Islandi. I worry about her future.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
we'll
I don't either.
we'll see
Do
we'll see
do
what
we need to
happens.
head there?
But she hasn't given us reason
Um,
to worry, right? So without like being super meta about it,
You guys, you
no,
guys,
we don't.
you guys can write her a message.
yes.
Like went to
We're
stop to
we're
ball.
headed. I'd say we're headed. I let her know where we're headed, and does she require any assistance?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys will find that out later that morning or the next morning, because you guys get your reply, and then right. So
Yep.
uh, that's what we're gonna.
But a
So
lot of shit could happen between now and the next morning
Mm-hmm.
yes.
because we move faster now.
Right.
So you guys leave Baldur's Gate, and that's where we're going to call it.
Hey, can we just be like in the market when we start next time? Because like if we can find some potions and shit, that'd be we would buy them. If not, we don't find them. But we're gonna look first before we leave.
Ah, no, you guys, we can just say. I mean, if you're looking for some potions, potions are pretty general, and you were just like at a mercenary's house, like if you like, you maybe would have asked,
Right.
like, do you guys happen to have any extra potions of healing lying around? Was we're gonna go out and do some shit,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, sure, and he gives you the standard sort of field ration of 3 apiece.
We do. Is that the
Greater.
2d4 or how many d4s? Which one?
The
Didn't
one
we
that
do graders last time?
I think we no the last ones I had were the basic ones, the 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay.
yeah, just the basic ones.
Okay. Cool.
Not everyone else has as many hit points as you guys do, or can
No,
take as many hits as
for
you guys.
sure. I
No,
get
but
it.
could we find and purchase better ones?
Sure. You're going. Baragost is much bigger than Baldur's Gate.
They don't have anything in Baldur's Gate.
Well, I mean, we could retcon that you guys. I mean, we can figure that out tomorrow or the next
Yeah,
time.
we'll sort that out.
I'm sure
Well,
there.
because we said we were gonna get supplies before we left, so
We'll do
Yeah,
it.
that would be in supplies.